This video is rated R and is intended for retarded audiences only.
I haven't done this in a long time. Your rifle caliber doesn't just tell me what you shoot. It tells me what your therapist charges, how many folders of gun pics that you got on your phone, and all different kinds of things about you that you never knew.
Oh, that is disgusting!
Today, we're going to be going over 7 calibers and watching as the sad folks who choose to build their identities around those calibers cry into their brass.
Why are you crying?
If you're fragile, this content ain't gonna be for you. But if you know how to laugh at yourself, and I mean really laugh at yourself, then go ahead, stick around, and enjoy the roast. Make sure to drop a like, and remember, it's all a joke anyway, so have some fun. Also, you can still grab the first 2 ever Tundra Tactical patches. There's a few left. Click the link down below. Let's rock and roll. Here we go. Here's Mr. 556, the adaptable everyman. We hear this all the time. Adaptable, buddy, your personality flatlines somewhere between oatmeal and the DMV.
Boring!
Let me tell you something. If boring had a mascot, it would be you holding your rifle crying into a protein shaker. This is the kind of guy who claps politely when somebody hits steel at 100 yards. Buddy, you're shooting. You're not running a daycare. Nobody needs a cheerleader at 100 yards, let alone any other distance. Save that applause for when the wife notices you finally exist. This safe and boring prick makes drywall mudding seem like a freaking adventure. He's the human equivalent of elevator music, droning on through life while we're all choking back bile just to tolerate his beige-colored existence. Conformist to the core, this sheep copies every single AR build that he scrolls past on the forums, calling it versatility. No, my friend, you are just a trend-chasing pussy with no spine. This is the guy who tries to spice things up in a bedroom by organizing a 3-way, but with another dude, and ends up getting cucked on the couch. Way to get benched mid-game, Mr. Average.
Boy, you must really suck.
Oh, don't think you 6'5" guys are safe. Please. 6'5" Creedmoor is what happens when a calculator grows arms and buys a rifle. Obsessed does not even begin to cover it. They track wind like it's a freaking love interest, and they keep their dope charts organized by air density. Not to mention, they can recite powder charges like it's a freaking bedtime story. But holy shit, you ask them for a personality, and guess what? They'll hand you a ballistics table or something. Homie's out there 3 months behind on rent because he bought a matching set of ammo cans and a $900 bubble level that promised harmonic harmonization, even though bubble levels don't really do that. On top of being 3 months late on the rent, he took out a small personal loan to pay for snake oil products that he purchased on the recommendation from gun influencers. Code Tundra10 at most outlets gets 10% off, just as a heads up. There's a joke. Meanwhile, his kids call him that guy who sold the minivan for an MDT chassis and never looked back.
Damn.
Hey, you guys want precision that hits first every single time? I'd love for you to meet the Stinger Optic. The Stinger is a mil-spec holographic style sight that brings some awesome tech to your gun. At the center, you're going to find a crisp circle dot reticle with a 1 MOA center dot. You can have selectable red or green illumination, 8 different levels of brightness, which means you're going to shoot straight, glasses or no glasses. See? Woo. You're going to snap onto targets with super speed. You're going to group tighter. You're going to shoot faster. I mean, iron sights are effectively a thing of the past. Your buddies are going to be left wondering what the heck happened at the range. Built with a tough aluminum housing, fog and shock-proof internal optics, and weighing only 6.9 ounces. Nice. This sight is both lightweight and battle-ready. Plus, it fits pretty much any type of mount that you can throw at it, either pick rail or weaver or whatever. It runs on a single CR123 battery, and it even has an auto shut-off feature after 2 hours. All of that is normally going to cost you $240, folks, but now it's just $79 for our fans here with the Tundra Nation. That is 67% off just for the audience members, plus you get free shipping and a 60-day money-back guarantee to seal the deal. Tap now or go to mcgtac.com to treat your targets to the optics they didn't see coming.
Ironic.
Step into the ring with everybody's favorite asshole, the 308 or 7.62x51 NATO guy. The so-called reliable classic. Reliable, my friend, you are a stubborn old fart clinging to the glory days like a barnacle on a sinking ship. This smug prick treats history like it's his own personal memoir. Leather-bound, overpriced, and absolutely unreadable. He'll mansplain Mausers and battlefields until everybody's gone for another beer. And then after about 4 hours of that, your eyes will glaze over, and everyone's gonna forget what happened. It's like getting roofied, but with annoying knowledge that nobody cares about.
Shut up, bitch!
This guy's gonna lecture you about real rifles, all while flexing his receding hairline. Dude's the human version of a do not disturb sign for progress. He's one bad video away from realizing all of his experience just means he's been doing the same damn thing wrong longer than anybody else.
What am I doing?
He's fine with being considered good enough, and he struts around all smug as shit like he could retire on the consistency of his middling accuracy, which I guess makes him a god. We're all nodding at the guy who settles for mediocrity while secretly wishing he'd just go walk into traffic or maybe retire from the mortal world completely.
You don't have any friends. Nobody likes you.
Don't look now, because Buddy's about to lecture you about real cartridges while rocking suspenders and a comb over, because why not look like a geriatric preacher from a gun nut cult? Meanwhile, we're all laughing our asses off at his classics that jam mid-rant. If you want to feel older, then go hang out with the 308 guy for about 5 minutes. He'll go ahead and explain to you all about how things were better way before GunTube existed. Enter the 300 Blackout asshole, the tactical minimalist strutting around thinking he's James Bond or something. But buddy, you are not James Bond, I'll tell you that right now. You want to know why? Because you couldn't spy on a squirrel without tripping over your own ego. He whispers sweet nothings to his rifle that he loves more than his own limp dick. Your small, quiet, mysterious personality, please.
Your mouth is moving a lot like a rat. Yappa, 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 yappa. Shut it, please.
You're just a sad little boy in camo trying to convince the whole world you're cool, all while we're all wondering who's paying for your therapy bills. This image-obsessed twat prioritizes optics and Instagram clout over shit that actually works in real life. Half the time, he's set up for more show than actual go, kind of like a peacock with a silencer. Insecure much? Turns out, he bought his whole personality at a gun show swap meet and probably traded his balls for a tax stamp. Dude treats hush like enlightenment and whispers his little wins like they're company secrets. He's the kind of prick that pats himself on the back and wonders why the whole team hates him.
Go away.
Hey, say hello to the 762x39 lunatic, the Soviet cosplay freak who will sell his own grandma for an Ashanka and a rusty AK. This vodka-soaked idiot smells like borscht and motor oil and thinks ergonomics are a capitalist lie invented in France. Not to mention, he jerry-rigs all his gear like Stalin's ghost is his handyman. Somehow, against all the odds, he owns the only AK that fails to function reliably. I wonder why that is. Congratulations, bud. You've invented the rifle equivalent of your personality. Disappointing and useless. He treats function over form like it's some kind of excuse for his bad taste, which actually is kind of convenient because his taste went out of style when floppy disks were cool. Flash this Red Star reject a modern rifle and he'll flip out like you freaking, I don't know, knocked down his Lenin statue, stole his vodka stash, and called his babushka a capitalist pig all in one go. He'll clutch that duct tape relic like it's the last bastion of the motherland, all while we're just trying to not choke on the stale collectivist stench of his body odor. Because he can't afford a utility bill to pay for water. 30-06 dudes preach like they invented gravity, claiming moral high ground on things like hunting ethics, cartridge picks, and staring down squirrels with sanctimonious glares. Good luck changing this person's mind on anything. Their beliefs are more stuck than the rusty bolt on the gun they love so much. This overbearing bastard's got a library of back in my day horse shit and a chest full of imaginary medals for every single dusty memory lane he's been down. The rest of us are just stuck nodding while he drones on like a broken record. He's also going to be the person who brags about the trophy he shot where the taxidermist really did all the work, thus making up for the fact that his shaky hands couldn't hit a barn door. We've all seen that mounted deer smirk like it knows he's full of shit.
Hey kids, look, a deer!
Family gatherings with him are effectively hostage situations disguised as tradition, right? You don't leave until he finishes 3 cigars, rants about shot placement for at least 45 minutes, and has at least one unsolicited Teddy Roosevelt lecture. And that's it. Make sure you pick up a patch and remember, ATF is gay and all gun laws are infringements. Folks, we will see you soon.
Go away, Baton!